Qantas is urgently paging passenger Mr. Jeffrey Sampson. Your flight is in the final stages of boarding and is ready for departure.
G'day and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me as I fly for the first time in the United States of America on American Airlines on board the Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner from Los Angeles to Dallas-Fort Worth. I'm really excited for this one as it is my first ever flight within the United States, and of course that means my first ever flight on American Airlines as well. And I deliberately planned my trip so that I could have a domestic connection through Dallas and so that I could fly on the 787-9. I'm traveling in economy, but I'm actually going to be seated in the premium economy section on this domestic flight, as premium economy is not sold on domestic routes, particularly on the 787-9 Dreamliner. So it'll be nice to see the seat product itself, but probably none of the other premium economy caveats at this stage. American Airlines is the largest carrier at LAX, which means they are very busy within their space occupied in Terminal 4 and Terminal 5. And with the tendency of airlines in the US to oversell flights, the boarding area is always very busy and chaotic, and I found out firsthand this experience. Although my flight was confirmed, it was still quite a stressful time around the boarding gate. But soon after the boarding call was announced, I boarded with Group 4 and found my seat right at the front of the premium economy cabin, as you can see. Being positioned at the bulkhead, I had lots of legroom, which was really good for me to stretch out. And as you can see, this grey wall isn't very inspiring, but there is a screen slightly to the right and above eye level for general announcements and the in-flight moving map to be displayed as we progress through the air. As you may know, I am a massive AV geek, and this being my first ever time to Los Angeles, one of the busiest airports in the world, I was in absolute awe of the number of different aircraft and different types and different airlines from all over the world and throughout North America as well. So please forgive me as I show you my highlight reel of just pushing back and taxiing to the departure runway. You can see a variety of international and domestic carriers as we move our way through the maze of Los Angeles International Airport in California. What a cool view of the approaching aircraft coming into landing. This instance, a Air New Zealand 777-300 ER. How cool. Alright, we are ready for departure. Let's get out of LA and begin the journey to Texas. Once up in the air, we banked towards the south and saw the beautiful Southern Californian coastline on a really terrific day. You can see the coast in all of its glory here. So let's check out the seat in some detail. As you can see, it's leather appointed and slightly wider than the regular economy class seat, and it's outlaid in a 2-4-2 orientation on this 787-9. To the side of the seat, you'll find the remote control for the in-flight entertainment, although it is a touchscreen, which I'll show you later. And there's also the seat controls, which include the recline function, as well as the leg rest and foot rest, which pops out to give you a little bit of extra support during your flight. Particularly useful, I assume, on longer haul flights as well. The entertainment screen flips out from the center console of the seat, as you can see, and is available in a number of languages. There were a decent amount of options available, including quite a few different new release movies, but I actually opted to catch up on Game of Thrones Season 7 in anticipation for the new episodes in Season 8. American Airlines Economy provides all guests with complimentary drinks, including soft drinks, on their flights. However, meals are not included and are required to be purchased on board. The tray table swivels out from the other side of the armrest and provides a reasonably sturdy surface for you to work, or in my case, have something to eat. Today I went for the hummus and chicken wrap, and I also had some mini pretzels served with it as well. This wrap was fine, nothing special and quite overpriced, which is to be expected on an in-flight buy-on-board service, but filled me up adequately for this flight. The premium economy cabin only consists of 3 rows, and obviously as it's sold as economy on this flight, there's no real distinction or separation from the main cabin. The lavatories are pretty stock standard as well. You get no extra amenities, there's just a hand wash and the basin. Flying for the first time over Southwest and Southern America, this instance over Texas, it was cool to see some of the agricultural prowess on display. So I guess in summary, it's always nice to fly on a wide-body aircraft, particularly on a reasonably short domestic flight. I did choose this aircraft and this routing to my final destination of New Orleans just to be able to experience A, the American Airlines 787-9, but also B, to fly through Dallas-Fort Worth, the super fortress hub of American Airlines and their largest hub in their network. So as my first taste for the American domestic aviation scene, the 787-9 is quite a nice aircraft to fly, particularly when you're in the premium economy seating on a short domestic flight. I would definitely recommend this way to travel if you are considering and can route through a wide-body aircraft on the American Airlines network, and I'm sure this experience would be elevated slightly higher as well if you were flying with American Airlines in premium economy on a long haul or medium haul flight as well.
Your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off, and keep the aisles clear of all carry-on items. Take a moment to check your seat back pocket.
My first impression though with flying in American carriers is, I guess, a greater understanding of the meaning of cattle class, because I really did feel that I was being ushered on with one of the many other economy class passengers and just being shoved in and trying to be boarded as quickly as possible without much care or finesse or consideration. But I suppose that is the modern business of aviation, particularly with economy class travel. Before I finish up, I do have to say that Dallas Airport was really, really cool. It's such a nicely designed and well laid out airport with high ceilings, lots of things to see and do, and I would definitely recommend, and I would happily fly through Dallas again with American Airlines onto a connecting flight if required. Thanks for watching. Please, if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, and please feel free to leave any constructive criticism or comments of support as well. Happy flying!